All right, guys. Welcome to our second attempt of making this podcast. This is the Behind the Lines podcast. I'm your co-host, JJ Jones,
I'm Caleb Hood.
and this is our second go around. As you can tell, we got way better equipment. Don't mind the microphones in the back. A little cords are tangled. Couldn't figure out how to move them, but we got the video going. Then we have sound on this, so we're definitely more prepared this time. This time around. So
Way more prepared.
yeah. So basically, this podcast is going to be about us and just our college football journey and how we got here and the things that you guys don't see. So hopefully you guys enjoy. This is something that we enjoy making and enjoy that we continue to make. So, anybody want to keep in touch with us, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, anything, just to keep in touch. Y'all just let us know, give us some questions, some comments, and we'll do our best to answer them.
Anytime y'all got questions, just send them to us. DMs on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. We'll answer whatever questions you guys ask us or whatever you guys want to hear or talk about. So, just DM us.
Mm-hmm. So let's start. Like I said, I'm JJ. I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Grew up there. I was born in Charleston, West Virginia, but really can't claim Charleston. I was only there for about a year and a half, so I claim Myrtle Beach. Went to Myrtle Beach High School, and I play receiver. So
I'm Caleb Hood from Rockingham, North Carolina. Really small town, small football town. My roommates pick on me about it, but we beat any of them. So.
Cap, you are lying to all the fans right now.
You sound crazy.
Make some noise you think Myrtle Beach will win.
You done?
Make some noise if you think Rockingham will win.
That was lame, was it? No, that was lame.
We got this little soundboard on here, bro, so we just trying new things out, man.
Just been playing with that for maybe an hour and a half.
I know. But let's really dig into it. Let's talk about us getting on campus. What was your first reaction to getting to UNC?
I was excited. I ain't gonna lie. Obviously, UNC was my dream school. My dad played here. My grandparents came here. I came to every single game when I was a kid.
Mhm.
Basically, I was aware of Franklin Street. And just the campus in general. So I was excited, to start my own chapter of or the next chapter, so to speak, of my life. Just start my own journey here. So.
Yeah, it was definitely different coming here because it's not too far from home. It's like three and a half hours. So it's not too far, but also it's far enough to become like a man on my own and not have to rely on my parents, and they don't. It takes them a bunch of time to get here, so it's like you're on your own, man. I was ready to just, change that, turn that page in the book of life, man. We on our own now. It's so different. But
so I had a lot of connections here, and just grew up here. So what made you want to come here? Because I was literally born here. So
yeah, it's crazy because I think as football players, we get asked this question maybe once a month. Why did you go to the school that you're at? My answer stays the same ever since I got here from day one. Just the environment. I love Chapel Hill in general. I love this team. Coach Brown is such a legendary head coach, and you really won't want to play for anybody else but him. And then the facilities are great, and it's a great academic school. And for me, I want to pursue my career in journalism and broadcasting. So things like this, you really can't get this nowhere else. So I'm just truly blessed to be here and be able to further my career and just in anything for real. So that's really why I came here. But and like you said, you was born here, so you really had no choice.
Yeah, I was born here, but at the same time, obviously I wanted to, play for Carolina one day. But then when Coach Brown came out, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go play for them. So when did Carolina offer you?
Carolina was my third or fourth offer. I think I was maybe September of 2019. I remember I was in my junior year, and I came back from the game where they played Clemson. You was there, right?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. That's why I saw you.
Yeah. I came to the UNC Clemson game for a visit, and I was like, yo, them they because nobody thought UNC was gonna be
Yeah,
that close. When I was like, yo, they
yeah.
almost beat them. Like they're a legit team. And I remember literally in the car with my family on the way home, and Coach Galloway called me and was like, yeah, put it on speaker. And I'm like, oh, what's gonna go on? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna offer you and all this. And I was like, I appreciate it. And so like ever since then, like I said, they were my third school to really offer me. So it was like, okay, they believed in me from the jump that I could be a good player. So that's why I always, I really mess with Carolina.
But they were the first school to offer me. Going into it was in the spring of my 10th grade year. I was going into my 11th grade year in the spring, and we had track practice. We were in the middle of spring ball, but we had track practice first. I think it was like workouts.
You ran track?
Yeah, like we.
What'd you
had
do?
To.
You had to run track?
I did the 100 and the 4x1.
I know you was out there getting smoked.
No,
bro, you was out there getting smoked.
Bro, I wasn't always 230, 225. Like I was 205, maybe 210 in high school. But nah, we had track practice. We had track practice, and Coach Campo, he's a DB coach at the time, or I think he still is. He might
was
be
he
coordinator.
where here? Or
Not Richmond.
Oh, Richmond.
And he called me up. He was like, "Hey, look, Coach Bateman's coming to see you, but he wants you to do some safety drills at practice." I was like,
"My goodness!"
I was like, "Dude, you got to be kidding! Like you serious?" He was like, "Yeah, like you don't got to guard anybody, but he wants you to put you through some drills and see how you move." Whatever. I was like, all right. He was like, all right,
imagine
so
Caleb Hood, number 4, playing safety for the Tar Heels. I was just like, I just try to picture it.
But he was like, yeah, so you don't look dumb when he gets here. I'm gonna let you go ahead. We can practice the drills real quick while they're doing, because he was the track coach too.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was doing I think we had flying 10s that day. I low key got out of some flying 110s, but
so you got out of condition.
We worked on the drills right before we had football practice, because we had track practice first, and then so we went to football practice after that, or it was football spring workouts, and Coach Bateman came and I did the drills or whatever, and I was like, I didn't think I did that good. Coach Bateman had pulled me over after the drills, and he was like, "You like defense?" And I was like, I don't really care. I'll do anything.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "What's your GPA?" And I was like, 3.8. He was like, "Well, I'm all for your scholarship. Play at North Carolina." Dude, if you would have seen my face, I looked at him I was like, "Are you serious?"
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom, they actually had cheerleading tryouts in the gym, down the road, and so he went up there and talked to my mom, and then it was just like a parade in
Inside your city.
in my neighborhood.
That's crazy, man. Shout out to our sponsors, Salvio's Pizzeria and Carolina Dentist Chapel Hill. Amazing 2 sponsors for this.
Great people. I strongly suggest Salvio's, bro. They have some great food. They don't just have pizza. They got some great chicken Alfredo. Probably the best I've ever had. Baked ziti. Some mozzarella sticks. I'm a big fan of those. So
big mozzie stick guy. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. What you guys came here for? Us being here on campus our freshman year, it was definitely it turned my head just because of the people here. I was like, yo, everybody here is good at football. And it's so different. You don't think of that.
Yeah, so what was your biggest takeaway to just sum it all up? What was your biggest takeaway from spring practice? Your first spring practice?
Dude, it was my head was spinning OD. I couldn't comprehend the play, what my defender was doing, and what I was supposed to do, and catch the ball at the same time.
Because it seems so simple in high school.
You're catch.
You grew up playing football your whole life, and then they say the speed of the game changes at each level. Because I remember in 9th grade in high school, I was like, dude,
this is a movie.
This is hard. And then you get here, and it's dude, and I had to learn how to play running back. I barely knew how to which hand to put up. I didn't. I was trying to figure out how to get the handoff without looking at the ball every time. But nah, dude, it was definitely it was crazy. Just seeing bro, everybody is fast, everybody's strong. It's no longer that where you have the advantage, and then everybody's good. So you literally have to know. You had to be smarter than everybody. So just to win, even on the simplest things, on a route or something, a little option route, you got to be smarter, you got to be quicker. You got you can't have a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Coach Brown talks about it all the time. Like you have a bad day, the coach will look at that and like, you might move up or down on the depth chart. So it's definitely a lot harder. It gets harder at each level you're at. So
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, I feel like both our freshman years were just a year of learning what to do, learning how to play football really at the college level. So then we head into our sophomore year this past season. Let's talk about we both started, we both earned the trust of the coaches. So what was the biggest what'd you work on from your freshman year to your sophomore year that was like, okay, I did this my freshman year, I was good, but I want to be great. What did you have to do? What was that bridge from being good to great? You're going into your sophomore year.
I mean, I wouldn't say I got to great. I mean,
but just the mindset of you wanting to be better.
But I mean, obviously, I was just trying to be a better running back in general. I didn't want to be known as the quarterback who has to play running back. I wanted to be known as a running back. So I mean, obviously, I think most of my most everything that I had to prove was mentally and physically, not necessarily a different skill set. 'Cause I feel like I had the skill set. I just had to prove myself physically, and that I could do the physical part every single day, mentally and physically. So for you, what would you say was that
confidence? Confidence for sure was my confidence.
That definitely has a role in it.
Oh man, if you're confident, man, you are just unstoppable, man. It's the biggest thing mentally. I got some confidence by the end of my freshman year. I played a few snaps. And then heading into that spring, that summer, that fall camp, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go out here and compete.
Yeah.
I want to play. So it was just definitely the confidence for me. I had to work on that, and also just like they say, time management. Time management was definitely the biggest thing.
It seems so
so cliche. Time management, bro. It is the real deal.
You wake up, you got. I mean, we had practice at 6:30. We had meetings at 6:30. Then practice ends around 10.
So OD.
And you got class right after that. You got tutoring. You got mandatory meals. You got to lift. And then you got to wake up, do it the next day. And so and then so you get lazy. You can't even get lazy. You have to go to things. If not, you get in infraction. You get in trouble. So it's just constant. You have to plan out your schedule. Have to plan out your day. And so time management is huge. It's kind of cliche, as you say, or boring. But it's one of the tougher things to get used to. But to not make it boring, what was some
what's some of your best moments you've had since you've been here on the field?
On the it doesn't even have to be a good play. I just my first play of my freshman season. I got thrown in against Virginia Tech, and dude, the atmosphere was great. I will never forget, bro. I think it was, I forget what play it was, but we were hiding the formation because we just came out of the timeout. We were hiding the formation, so I was lined up in a position that I wouldn't line up in normally, and we did the little call you go back to the formation that you're actually gonna be in, and I was still looking up, and I was like, oh snap, and I ran back. I was like, dude, this is crazy. I didn't even really focus on the game until I got hit, and then I was like, damn,
just football.
Yeah,
it's just football.
So, what did you say your best play, your favorite play that you've had so far here at Carolina?
It's really between two plays, and one of them I didn't even score. But the first one I would have to say was probably the touchdown catch against Miami, just because it was I know I get so much crap for it. Literally anybody could have scored on that play. I really don't care. It was a broken coverage, but it was just cool. I really outside released the corner, and the whole shot was there. Safety came down, and I just was like, all right, if he sees me that ball when he's supposed to come my way, and then if he sees me, okay, I might score. He threw it. And like the first thing I did was look up at the jumbotron. I was like, how close is this dude like from me? Because I
threw
know
a U down. I was like, dude,
and I
it's the
scored
beginning
and
of the game.
I'm looking in the scoreboard like, okay, I'm running. Okay, he getting closer. Okay, he getting OD close. And I finally crossed, and I remember I told Caleb and Diego pregame.
You
I
did
said,
tell us you were gonna throw a U
I
up.
told you, I said, on everything I love, if I get in the boxes game, I'm throwing the U down. First drive of the game, I get in the box, looking at the fans, didn't care, threw the U down. I get back inside, they're like, bro, you throwing the U down? It's the first drive. I said, I don't care. Like, I really don't care, bro. I told them boys I was going to do it. And then probably the catch I had against Notre Dame, it was first play of the game at home. It was just a little scramble drill.
That was lit.
And
I ain't gonna lie.
and then Drake rolled out and just threw it up, and I just went up top and caught it, and it was just really cool because like the first play of the game, and just it set the momentum for the drive and set the momentum for the game. But
We scored that drive too. JD,
yeah,
that was JD's little welcome back drive.
yeah, JD came back and scored, so it was just cool. How about you?
I mean,
Gotta be
it's definitely one from
Duke.
App State or
Duke.
Duke.
The App State one was lit though, bruh. App State was
probably a
T.
touchdown catch because I feel like everybody's dream positions sometimes is like receiver.
Yeah,
And so I mean I'm not a receiver, but
you caught a touchdown.
like I caught a touchdown. I was like, oh,
little toe touch, little. I was like, oh, he snapped.
and it was against Duke. Speaking of that, bro, it was packed. I mean, normally, going on visits to Duke, you don't really see like, they didn't have a lot of fans at most of their games, and then that game, like, bro, I remember walking from the tunnel or from the locker room, I was like, dude, it's deep. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of people.
I had been to Duke games like probably very rare, but like
Yeah, I
from
went
what
to,
I've heard, I was like, there's nobody at games. So in my head, I'm like, okay, got to create your own environment.
Nah,
But
it was
go
cool
out
to
there
me.
and it was T.
Yeah.
It was low key jumping.
Nah, it was cool to me on the game winning drive. We had you had the first catch, then I had the second one.
It was
like 2 back-to-back plays.
boy, it was cool, man. It was cool.
And then nobody realized we're roommates. I mean, I don't know like who all knows. I mean, on the pod, but we're roommates. We met. Actually, he came to my birthday party, and it's all downhill from there.
Bro, I'm telling you, I went to this man's birthday party, man. And let me just tell you, I was like, this is a funny dude. I got a room with this dude. I have to. He a funny dude. But we were also room with Diego Pounds, offensive line out of Millbrook, Raleigh, North Carolina. He's a really, really good guy. One of the funniest guys I know. One of the most social people I know. We room with Carter Kolka out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, we've had 3/4 so far.
Yeah.
We've had Tony Grimes. He's at Texas A&M now, and then we had Eli Sutton. He's from Tennessee, and then Carter's from Atlanta. Big Braves fan. Great guy. So, yeah, man. But we've actually played each other. So me and JJ, I played JJ, and I played him in like 4th grade in basketball. At the AAU tournament in Myrtle Beach. They got a really nice sports complex there. I played him. Then I played Diego in like a high school jamboree tournament for basketball in the summer. And then Diego and JJ, I know they talk all the time about how they played each other. They almost got in a fight or something like that.
That's the like crazy story. Like we talked about it last night, how all three of us knew each other, played against each other in basketball before we even knew.
We played each other twice. You and Diego played like 3 times.
We played, like you said, we played 4th grade, and we played like I think it was like our freshman or sophomore year of high school, and then I played Diego twice, and when I played Diego, me and him almost got in a fight in the middle of the game, and like it was funny because our parents were in the crowd, and they were just laughing about it, and then me and him went on to a visit to school the next week, and I was like, I was like, bro, I've seen you before. He's like, yeah, bro, you saw me at the basketball tournament. We was in a fight. I was like, oh, it was good. But I was MVP of that tournament, gave Diego 22. So just remember that. I'm really a hooper. One of the best hoopers on the team. That's Stamp. No, I'm kidding. I'm top 10. I give myself top 10.
You're straight.
Top 10. I give myself top. With a good hip, top 10.
I can rebound.
Hoodie might be top 25. So talk to me about like what was in your head whenever you was running in App State and then decided to like say, you know what, I don't even want to score. Now think about it. Like what happened?
Bro, I pulled my hamstring. I pulled my hamstring like the 25-yard line, I thought it was like a cramp or something, at first, because it happened. I caught a cramp in high school one time. And I just kept running, but like this wasn't it wasn't a cramp. Like I kept running. I was like, oh, this is ripping. Like my leg is ripping. And then I just covered the ball. I was like, bro, if I fumble, I'm like,
Getting out of the game.
I remember I think it was Dalvin Cook. It was against where he was at Florida State playing against Ole Miss. He was running this fumble. I was like, there's nobody in
And
sight.
just dropped it. Nah,
But no, I was like covered the ball. But it was definitely. Bro, I wanted to score so bad.
mm-hmm.
I was running. They didn't have a jumbotron on that side, but I knew somebody was behind me. I feel like I was running my fastest around like the 50, then maybe like the 35.
The hamstring was like, yeah, no, you're done. Like, yeah, buddy, you're done.
But nah. I mean, obviously I had some injuries. Set me back a little bit.
Injury bug is very prominent
Dude,
between me and you.
Cause like, bro, like, nah, both of us.
The injury bug has been like a virus.
Like, dude, I know me and my dad have gotten like arguments and my mom just from frustration. Cause like, I didn't get hurt in high school like ever. Like I played every single snap of high school. Helmet never came off. None of that. Like I played every snap. So like just going from that to like being like I've been hurt more than I've been healthy here. So like
that
literally,
is crazy.
Like I remember Coach Mars. He literally told me like in one of the first spring practices, he was like, you don't want to be over there in a red jersey like on the bike. Like you don't want to be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of the easiest ways to get on the bad side of a coach. And I mean, obviously, I can't help what's going on with my injuries, but at the same time, it's like, dang, like can't catch a break.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I feel like I'm on the hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully I'm on like the end of that era of getting hurt. But I can just go out and play confidently. That's one thing that people don't realize, bro. You got to take care of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stuff you put into your body. Like,
bro,
bro, practice is hard. Like you're competing at a high level every day against the best players in the country, especially. You talk about Carolina and how Coach Brown's recruited. Like we're playing against in practice. Like it's team periods are competitive.
No, it's great competition.
And
you're gonna play against guys that are gonna get drafted on Mondays.
Yeah, and then you got guys like Josh Downs, Kobe, Gavo, some other guys on offense, and then you got guys on defense like Miles Murphy said, Power, some other guys on defense. So you're going against those type of guys every day, and you're competing hard because you can't have a bad day. We talked about that earlier. You can't have a bad day and set you back on the depth chart. So I mean, it's just you gotta be at your best every single day.
So since you being here, like, what is probably your favorite fan interaction? Have you had any crazy like football stories that you have?
Like from
since like you've
fans,
been here?
like fans just being on the side or something.
Fans or just like a crazy football story, like in the locker room, maybe at practice. Like what's one of the craziest stories that you can say?
Or just like a crazy story. Me, JJ, and Diego were all late to practice one day.
My goodness!
Like I don't know if y'all
you brought this up.
Like I don't know if y'all anybody's been late before. Like it can be school, practice, anything. But like, so our team meetings are at 6:30 in the morning, and obviously that's pretty early. But for some reason we all woke up at 6:29. Meeting starts at 6:30. We come out of our rooms. I got like
it was literally like a movie. You couldn't script this any better of how exactly it happened. This is me and Caleb's first time ever being late.
This is my first time ever being late, and I'm like, I was like trying to like do everything right. Like I wanted to just be at least do everything right. Coming in my freshman year,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted at least
like I remember like.
Dude,
rubbing my eyes, hoping it was a nightmare.
So
and I literally called my dad and my brother like 6:30 in the morning, like, yo, I'm late. I'm late to the meeting. I overslept. Like I didn't know what, because they both play college football, and I was like, they've both been late to a meeting, and he was just like, yeah, you just got to go in there. I'm like, what do I do? He was like, you're already late, so just get ready to hear something. And I was like, all right, man. So that was just, we just had to picture it, but we literally all opened our doors to our room at the exact same time.
All right, so actually, I woke Diego up. So I went in there, woke Diego up, and as soon as I got Diego, we walking out the room. You're on the other side. We're like, Dude, there's no way so we kind of laughed at it at the set, like at that point, but like
We were
then
like, oh man.
we were like, all right, look, we
Oh.
still gotta we gotta get out of here. So
Yeah.
I'm running like there was like a big hill like at the top of our like from our dorm.
Like I'm
to the
running with
facility.
my scooter.
Like as players, we have like our own little thing. So like when you're late, when the player is late, like you get thrown in the ice bath. So we didn't know this at the time. So it's after
Who was
like,
the first one to get thrown in?
Me.
It was you?
Yeah, it was me because I'm sitting here like I was like it was after a walkthrough. We were playing Wake Forest that week, freshman year. It was after a Thursday practice. We came back. We had just got the 5 cleats. I remember I was looking at my cleats, and I'm sitting here. I'm taking my cleats off. I'm like, dang, these are hard. Like, so I'm sitting here. People come like it's like some defensive linemen come sit beside me. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, and like some other guys walking up.
Bro, it's like,
everybody just sitting. Like, everybody just sitting right here.
What's going on?
And I'm like,
yeah, but we about to get you.
And then so somebody grabbed. I think it was Tamar or Taman.
Bro,
he was
yeah,
so huge,
yeah.
He grabbed me and like I just get picked up like feet off the ground. Like never felt like a little girl like in my life. And like they pick me up, take me out to the ice bath, throw me in. Cold as hell. like cold, just cold. And then so I'm like, all right, JJ and Diego gotta get this.
Hey,
like,
he snitched on
I
us.
was like,
it was like, bro, they was late
I was
too.
like, nah.
Bro.
So anyway, JJ went. They got JJ.
For me, it was like they told me they were gonna throw me in there, but I was like, you're not. So I hid outside the locker room, was running around,
And then they got you.
And I'm sitting there, and like the receivers are like, oh yeah, we're not gonna let him get you. We're not gonna let him get you. We're not gonna let him get you. And I remember J.O. being like, he over here. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking? And then like they came, and like, they tried to pick me up, and like I was fighting. I was like, nah. And then eventually it was like, bro, I just had to give up because it was like the biggest dudes on the team, and I was like, bro, dang.
Yeah.
So what's something that fans don't know about like you? Because they like you see us, y'all guys see us with just helmets on. You know, it's just football players. Like we do a lot more stuff. So like, what's something that people don't know about you?
I mean, I have like I have a goofy personality. I feel like you're more quiet and reserved until like you get to know you. But I feel like in general, I'm just like I'm outgoing, just loud, and like to crack jokes and stuff like that. But I'm just a goofy person.
Bro is a total goofball, so. Bro. Bro is a goofball.
Nah, but what about you?
Like he said, I'm more a reserved guy. I could, like I know it's not good, but I could sleep all day. I could be in my room all day. Like I'm cool with just being like by myself. So it's not like. But I feel like something that like people really don't know is that I enjoy, I enjoy like talking and broadcasting. Like that's something where I feel comfortable in, but not like talking around like
that's your major. That's one of your majors, right?
Yeah. Like I'm majoring in journalism. So this is like something I like to do. But like if it's just like a bunch of people around, like I'm not finna just like speak up and be like, oh, yo, what's good? My name's so how you doing? Like this, that, and the third. Like that's just not me. But if it comes like things like this, I can sit here and do this all day.
Yeah, because this is something like we both wanted to do. His major is media and journalism. Mine's communications. I want to be. Coach Brown had my dream job. He was a ESPN sports analyst. Got to talk about sports in front of a camera. That's kind of like what I want to do when I grow up after football. I don't know how JJ feels about it, but this is when I thought podcast was a pretty cool idea, and just to get some content out there and get some behind the scenes stuff, talk about some stories. Because I know whenever I was a kid, growing up watching on YouTube, I always was looking up what D1 athletes did during the day, like what they did for their free time. Just behind the scenes stuff. Because I was a huge sports fan in general, not just football. So I just always thought this type of stuff was cool.
Yeah, so we appreciate you guys for listening and watching to our podcast. We are open for sponsorships. NIL is a big thing now for a lot of college athletes. Started last year. It's constantly growing, constantly evolving. So if you guys want us to, shout out your company, shout out your brand, endorse us, anything like that. We are willing to. We want to hopefully we want to get this podcast out to the networks, man. Get us on Spotify, Apple Music, anything where you can listen to podcasts. This is something that we enjoy. Big shout out to Salvio's Pizzeria and Carolina Dentist at Chapel Hill. Those are our two sponsors for this video. Two great establishments. We love the guys there at each place, man. Salvio's got great pizza. Carolina Dentist, Chapel Hill.
Yeah, man. We're just trying to, get this podcast out there. Maybe try to make it like a weekly thing. Just talk about, the day of the life, what we got going on. What like maybe some of our stories, or any kind of questions you guys want answered. Think about making a YouTube channel and stuff like that as well. Just any type of ideas, or questions you guys got, just hit us up in the DM on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. But looking for if you guys just trying to get sponsorships or whatever. We can advertise you guys' brand and stuff like that. So just let us know, hit us up in the DM, whatever. Yeah.
That's it. Appreciate you guys for watching and listening to the Behind the Lines podcast. I'm your host, JJ Jones.
Caleb Hood.
We'll see you guys later.
Ciao.